That's all right. You just forgot your bag. That's what happened after yoga. So, welcome back. Tonight, I'm going to make sure I stay on track, which I didn't last week. That's what happens when I don't stick to the plan. So, last week we did all one-to-one breath, and come closer because it's just, and exhalation. It's not on film, so you're okay. Today, we're going to play with our inhalation. But I want to talk about a few things first. So, breath work in yoga, I know you're all not practicing yoga, it's called pranayama. I'm sure you've heard that before, pranayama. And there's really, when you practice breath work, we should really follow some advices. So first, you should make sure you can do one-to-one, which is inhale and exhale the same. In a way that is, what it says, silent, smooth, deep into the belly, unbroken. So you want to find that sense of steadiness. And then you work with the exhalation. So first one-on-one, then exhalation, where you deepen your exhale, and it's all about calming the mind, getting into this rest and digest state. And then you start to work with the inhale, because you know those kundalini kriyas where people go like crazy, and it's great, but if you're not steady first, if you haven't calmed the mind first, it can really take you out. I've heard people saying they had panic attack, or they were all completely out of balance because they were not ready. So you really need to find that steadiness, work on the exhale, and then you can start to play with the inhale. And then you start to add pauses. So pranayama is not pranayama until you add pauses. So you can pause at the end of inhale and pause at the end of exhale. We're going to do that next week, a little bit tonight, but we keep that for next week. I feel like I need to yell because of the rain. It's really loud, isn't it? Can you hear me at the back? You're good? So I want to talk about prana. So I'm going to put my glasses on. Prana. Often, when I go to a class, I hear people say, prana is the breath. Prana is much more than the breath. Prana is what rides or precedes the breath. So it's a little bit more, so the airflow is something physical you can feel. Prana is a little bit more subtle, so it's a little bit more difficult to be aware of prana. It takes a little bit of practice. It's really the intelligence, whatever animates us, whatever makes us move, the digestive system, everything. Prana is life force, really. It's when prana enters your body, you take a breath in. When prana leaves your body, you take a breath out. So I know if you're not, it can be a concept a bit weird to really understand, or really like, what? What is that? Breath is breath. What do you mean prana? For me, when I practice pranayama, try to visualize, I don't like using visualizing, but feeling or seeing or sensing like a presence riding on the flow of your breath, or a light. I like the idea of light. So when you take, we're going to do a little bit of that. When you take an inhale, you feel like there's a sense of a light descending on the flow of your breath. Until you play with it and you experience it, it's just a concept that is a little bit. But it's not just the breath. It's much more than the breath. And you know, at the end of a class, most of you practicing yoga, you feel good. If the class was well sequenced and it was not like full-on workout, you feel good because you change your pranic field. And it's really why there's that sense of bliss in Shavasana. It's because your pranic field has changed. We're going to play a little bit with that idea of prana tonight. Before we get into techniques, I want to, one more thing. So when you do breath work, there's something called prana dharana, which is really be able to perceive, to draw, and to contain energy. And the first step of prana dharana is to be aware of the physical aspect of your breath. You know, when you inhale, you can feel the breath moving in. It's the air, the temperature, the sense of air, and it's really at the tip of your nose. That's why you can really sense it. So you can just breathe and be aware of the tip of your nose and feeling the breath. So that's the physical breath. And then you've got the most subtle level where you get aware of prana, what rides on the flow of your breath. And then you get to the stage where you start to collect energy. So you've got all those breath work where you really draw energy in and you collect that energy. And the best place to feel energy is this place there. We're going to play with that tonight. That's what I want to explain it to you. It's the brain, midbrain. And the last one is when you want to collect energy. So you feel the breath, you feel prana, you move prana, and you feel prana in that center at the brain. And then you use that energy and you direct the energy in places in the body where you want to feel a sense of empowering. And I do that in my class all the time. So if you've been to my class, you've experienced it because you move energy to different places in the body. Again, maybe next week we're going to play with that. But I just want to really feel breath awareness, prana awareness, collect energy in the midbrain, and that direct that energy in different parts of the body. Once you're able to do that, yoga really happens. It's the beginning of really shifting stuff happening in your body, and it's pretty incredible. So now I'm going to talk less and we're going to start doing. First practice, so find a bolster or a block. Again, if you want to be against the wall, feel free to use the wall. It's absolutely fine. You can use that wall, Craig, if you want. So you can come closer to me. Don't be scared. And you can cross your legs or you can actually do just this one as well. It's fine. I don't need my glasses anymore. So the first one we're going to do, it's one variation of Nadi Shodhana. I know the one we did last week where you inhale, blah, blah, blah. This one is very simple. It's just breath in one, exhale the other, and keep going. When you do right nostril first, and then you exhale through the left, inhale right, exhale left, inhale right, you actually draw energy. And there's a science behind because you use one part of the brain and it just really creates energy. When you inhale left, exhale right, inhale left, exhale right, you calm the mind. So tonight we're going to do just the right side. So you do, you were not there last week. So bend your elbow, take the first two fingers in the palm of your hand. You use your thumb to block the right nostril, and you use the ring finger to block the left. So you just let them rest there. All we're going to do tonight, we're going to block the left and inhale through the right. Block the right, exhale left. Block the left, inhale right. So that's all we're doing. Block right, exhale left. So keep doing this for another 7 to 8 rounds. Can you start to be aware of the physical aspect of the breath as it enters your nostrils? So the temperature of the breath or the sensations of the breath as it touches your nostrils. Again, can you try to keep your inhale and exhale the same? And can you make your breath smooth and gentle, soft? Take 2 more. Inhale right, exhale left. And once you exhale through the left nostril, you just keep your eyes closed and let your hands touch your knees. And just take a moment to feel and observe. So obviously you need to do that for at least 3 to 5 minutes to really get something shifting. But if you feel like you need energy, it's a really simple practice. You just inhale right, exhale left. If you feel like you are a little bit stressed, you need to calm, you inhale left, you exhale through the right. So that's called Surya Bedana. You can open your eyes. So it's very simple. You don't need coffee anymore. You just... and you're done. The next one is Viloma. So we're going to do Viloma. Viloma, we're going to work with inhale. That's a really good one as well to bring energy. And I teach that one in yoga class a lot. We're going to break the inhale into 3 equal parts. So it's one breath in, but you're going to take 3 different inhales. So you inhale first into the belly, you pause. You inhale into the ribs, so you feel the ribs expanding. You pause, and you inhale into the chest. Feel the heart lifting, pause, and then exhale. So we're going to do that. You want to try to take 3 parts equal, so equal in length and in strength. Take a couple of breaths. And then you inhale just 1/3 of your capacity in your belly. Pause. Inhale into the ribs. Pause. Take an inhale into the chest, the heart, collarbones lift. Pause. And a soft exhalation to release. So we're going to keep doing this for a couple of minutes. So just feel each third is equal to the next one. So there's no 1/3 longer or shorter. Try to keep the pauses very soft and gentle. It's very brief. It's not even a second. And really feel that last third coming towards your chest. So your exhale is more towards the belly, but the inhale is into the heart. So really feel like you're drawing that energy into the chest. Again, it's effortless. You don't want to grip. You don't want to tense the breath. It's a sense of ease. It's a really good breath as well to learn how to breathe all the way to our belly, to bring breath into our navel, into our lower lungs. Take 2 more rounds. At the end of your next exhalation, just let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. So you're not shaping, you're not doing anything, just letting the intelligence of your breath show you the perfect rhythm for now. And observe how you're feeling. Then slowly you can open your eyes. Any questions? I should take questions. No?
The top breath gets really stuck and I'm kind of tight.
That's why it's the practice. You have to take enough breath that you don't get to that point where you... So you just have to take less breath. It's really practicing to get to know. And the more you practice, the more breath and more space you have as well. But yes, it's quite... If you do a big one at the bottom, a bigger one there, then you get... It's just... So you don't want to get to that point. But yes, that's it's just learning how to, plan. Next one is a big one. It's a bit like Nadi Shodhana in yoga is a big practice, meaning big not by the, how difficult it is, but it's something we should be doing a lot. This one as well. And it's not being taught in yoga classes a lot, and I'm not sure why, because it's a very, we've got the king and the queen of pranayama in yoga, maybe that's the king. Nadi Shodhana is the queen. I've just made that up. But it's one that we should be practicing more. It's a cleansing breath. It's actually a kriya. It's not even a pranayama. It's a cleansing breath where you create heat in that space and you kind of remove all the stagnant energy to create a sense of lightness towards the chest and even higher. So what we're going to do, if you've never done it, let's do it together anyway. We're going to bring our hands into the belly and let the belly be big again. So when you do pranayama, don't try to keep your abs in, like you're wearing a bikini. Just let it out, like really let it out. Buddha belly. Buddha had a big belly. Didn't have a six-pack. So take your hands to your belly. And this breath, you inhale and exhale through the nose. As you inhale, you expand the belly. And as you exhale, the belly moves towards the spine. So that's very gentle. You just inhale, expand the belly, big. Exhale, navel to spine. Now we're going to start to force the breath out and snap the belly in. So you inhale, and then... So the inhale happens on its own, really. It's just really focusing on the exhale. And it's a breath where you snap the belly in and up. By the way, if you're pregnant or if you're on your cycle or if you had surgery, just do in and out. Don't snap. So it takes a while to get that practice, but it's a really good one. And you want to feel like you're snapping the belly in, but also up. So there's a bit of lift. Don't be shy to make some noise, by the way. And you know what? If you do that practice a lot, you're actually going to get a six-pack. Yep. That's it. So it's in and out. And then you start going faster. But at the start, you move at your own pace. We're going to do it during our practice at the end. Any question? It's a bit of a tricky one to get, so it takes a bit of time. And at the start, you just move your belly in and it's also called breath of fire in Kundalini. And it's because we are creating fire. It's really good for your digestion. It's a great breath. So let this one go. We're going to come back to it at the end. Next one. So today there's a few more energetic practice because we're trying to draw energy in. So last week was all about nice and soft and calm and Now the next couple of breaths, again, is going to ask for more energy. And when you do that kind of practice, you don't want to do halfway, you want to go for it. I'm going to show you that one. It's called lifted breath. It's a great one. It's a good one to strengthen your lungs, to strengthen your breath capacity. So it's got a little bit of movement. You take a deep inhale through the nose, and then you exhale through the mouth. You bend all the way down, and you take sips of breath like you're drinking breath through the nose. Seven is a good number, but depending on how you're feeling. So it's pushing the air out. You slowly lower yourself down, and then you drink the breath in. It's really like drinking the breath in. So I'm going to show you one full round, and then you can join me for 5 rounds. So it's when you bring the breath out, you want to really like feeling like you're really getting rid of all the breath from your body. Yeah, so you really have to go for it. Take a deep inhale, and then you drink. So most of the breath is actually lifting you. You don't even have to do anything. It's the inhale that lifts you. We're going for that. Don't look at me like that, right? You ready? You ready? You all ready for it? Okay. Take a deep inhale. You can keep your eyes closed. You can close your eyes. And then exhale. And then you drink. At the last inhale, you hold your breath in, and then you exhale. And again, inhale. And you drink. Hold. Exhale. 3 more times. Inhale. And sip. Last one, you hold just for a second. And you exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And sip. It's like you riding the wave of prana as you drink that inhale all the way up, slowly. The last one you hold very gently, be soft, be smooth, and then you exhale. Last one, deep inhale. Just let it out. And drink. And hold. And exhale, but stay here and just come back to your natural breath and just feel. You might experience a sense of expansion, of lightness. Maybe there's a feeling of things pulsating or tingling. Then you open your eyes. How did you go? So all those big breaths, like people go in ice, they do their eyes, they do those big full-on breaths, they do those big breaths. They bring oxygen in the body. Have you ever done that? The ice? No one's done the ice thing. I'm not doing that. That's enough, isn't it? The next one is called Pranavayu. It's a Kundalini Kriya, and it's a very ancient practice. It's not from Mr. Yogi Bhajan Kundalini. It's older than that. We're going to stand up for that one. So that's one. If you're feeling like you're really flat, you're running out of steam, or if you're feeling like you're really stressed and you need to let go of some of that stress, that's a good one, Pranavayu. So I'm going to show you first. Again, there's a bit of noise and movement. So you take your feet as wide as your hips, and you want to have your legs soft and bent. So I'm going to show you first. So you take 3 inhale again. So you inhale, arms at the front, palms up. Another inhale, arms to the side, palms towards me. Another inhale, palms, hands, arms up, palms facing towards each other. And then here comes the big exhale. And you let go, and then you come back. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Yeah? So you're going to do it 8 times. You can go, if you feel like if you get dizzy easily, go slowly. If not, start to move a bit faster. So if you get a bit mixed up with the arms, it's okay. It's normal at the start. Again, if you do this in the morning, you don't need coffee anymore. I still drink coffee, really, but that's the advertising. Apparently, you don't have to. So make sure you're nice and soft. Keep your eyes open, by the way. So you want to keep your gaze soft but open. So inhale. Two more. Last one, make it big. Come all the way up. Take your hands in front of you, palms up. You can close your eyes, you can keep your eyes open. And just feel what's happening in your body. Just sense, feel what's happening in your legs, in your arms, in your heart, in your head. So to really get some effect, 4 minutes minimum, this one. You can stop. It's really good. It's really powerful if you do it fast. But you can't be shy. You have to really go for it. Now, we're going to practice. We're going to take all those things, we're going to add. But because it's 8 o'clock, I don't want to bring too much prana, too much energy, or you won't be able to sleep, which is a fact. You won't be able to sleep. So we're going to experience a bit of inhale, but then I'm going to take you back down to calm and relax. So we're going to start, again, like we did last week, we're going to start lying down with our knees bent, feet on the floor. And just take a moment to observe how you're feeling before we do anything. We're going to move, so don't get too comfy with the blanket. So there's a bit of movement, because really one way to learn how to breathe better, and I talked about that last week, is to link movement and breath, because it just happens naturally. So have your feet as wide as your hips. Have your palms down. And just take a moment to check in how you're feeling. And I just want to do a little bit of movement and breath. We're going to repeat bridge pose, but we're going to think about inhale this week instead of the exhale. So very simple movement. As you inhale, you're going to push your hips up and lift into your bridge pose and take your arms overhead to the floor behind. And as you exhale, lower yourself down. So now can you bring awareness to your chest and feel the inhale moving into your heart as you lift up all the way, push your hips, open your chest. And then exhale, breath all the way down. And just 3 times, inhale, feel the breath moving into your heart, into your chest as you push your hips up. Exhale to slow down. 2 more, inhale, lift. And then exhale to release. Can you make your breath and your movement a little bit slower? Last one. And then we're going to hold bridge. So we're going to apply a little bit of effort. We're going to lift up and lift into your bridge pose. So you can interlace the hands behind your back this time. So have your hands underneath you. You squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Keep pressing the feet on the floor and just take 5 breaths. And what I want you to do is feel the inhale moving into the heart. It's almost like you're breathing with the heart and lift the collarbones towards your chin. You're really opening the chest. You're really bringing that breath and that prana towards the heart space. Just 2 more. Maybe feel a sense of really drawing energy, light in that chest, enlivening. And then slowly as you exhale, release. And just observe the space of the heart. How does it feel? And then take your time. You can bring yourself to one side and lift yourself back to a seat. Take a bolster or a block. So we're going to start doing a little bit of lifted breath, you know that one where you shush down and you lift up. So we're going to link all those different breaths together. This time we're going to do it for a couple of minutes. I'm going to take my hands in front of you. Take a deep inhale. Long exhale, and then you inhale into the heart, and then exhale through the mouth. And then you drink. 7 breaths or less, it's okay. You can close your eyes. At the end of your inhale, you hold the breath in just for a second, and then you exhale to release. And again, inhale into the chest, exhale. And drink. Observe how the breath is lifting you. You hold, and maybe this time you go straight out. And drink. Hold. And then again, exhale. And lift. See if you can make a few more breaths to lift you up. And maybe you need to take a break in between, or maybe you go straight away. Exhale. And lift. Hold. And keep going. So your hands can be on your knees or they can be in front of you. Go as far as you can and then lift. Hold. And then keep going. We've got another 4 more. And the more you do it, the more you're going to experience. Really feel like you're riding the wave of prana, of that breath lifting you gently. Just 2 more. And as you exhale, really feel like you're releasing any stress, any energy stuck in your body. Just let it go. It's really a sense of release as well. We hold so much in our body all the time. Can we let? Last one. You hold as long as you can without creating any tension. Hold the breath in. And once you've had enough, you exhale, but stay there, stay here, stay with your eyes closed. Just feel what's here to be felt. Keep your eyes closed, so you can leave your, you can open your eyes. We're going to move to Kapalabhati, so the snapping of the belly. And if you've never done it, maybe having your hands on your belly is going to help. Otherwise, you can leave your hands on your knees. We're going to do 3 rounds of 30 palms. And the last one, we're going to use our arms up to bring it a bit more fun. So as you inhale, try not to take a full inhale. It's just like a half inhale or a 3/4 inhale. So take an inhale, and then you snap. You can go as slow or as fast. There's no competition. But you want to feel like you're snapping the belly in and up, removing that stagnant energy and creating that sense of heat and lightness. Just 3 more. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold just for a moment. And then exhale, release, and stay here. 1 more round. Inhale 3/4 or half, and then pump. You really have to let your belly be soft. If you hold your belly in, it's not going to work. Your chest is fairly still. It's really into the navel. 5 more. Take a deep inhale through the nose. A gentle hold, soft, no forcing. And then exhale to release. For the last one, if you want to add a little bit more fun, you can take your arms up into a V, take the fingers in. That's going to bring the energy through your arms, but be active. And then you pump. Your shoulders, your arms, your chest as still as you can. It's really just the belly. Take a deep inhale. Take the thumbs to hook. Hold your breath in. Lift the belly. Lift, lift, lift. Hold. And then as you exhale, take your hands. Sweep the arms to the side. Long exhale. Take your hands to your knees and stay there. And breathe. And relax. So just know one way to get more breath in is to stretch. So we're going to stretch a little bit. We're going to take the left hand to the floor, right arm overhead. And what we're doing, we're opening the right side of our body, creating space, the right lung. Can you breathe into the right side? Just feel like you're really inflating the right lung as you breathe in. Now, if we all tight around the chest, the side, the lungs, the diaphragm, where it's very hard to breathe fully, and come back to center and go to the other side. So this time you're going to breathe into the left lung, the left side. Feel what's happening as you take a deep breath in, especially the inhale tonight. Really feel the inhale into the left side. Remember to try to keep your inhale and exhale through the nose unless instructed differently. Come back to center, and this time you're going to interlace your fingers, if you can, behind your back, and open your heart. So you can just have the elbows, grab the elbows. What you want to do is open the chest. We spend most of our time this way. Again, it's hard to breathe when you're this way, so you have to open the heart. Breathe into the nose. One more breath. We'll lift the collarbones, and then exhale, release. A bit more movement. Take your all fours, so hands and knees. Again, one way to breathe better is to move and link breath and movement. That's why yoga is so good, because that's what we do all the time. So inhale, lift the heart. You're going to create a little dent into your lower back. Drop the navel towards the spine. And then exhale, push the floor away, chin to chest, navel to spine, and the back of your heart towards the ceiling. And that's what you're going to do for another 5 or 6 rounds. You inhale, open the heart, and feel like you're drawing breath into the chest. And as you exhale, navel to spine, push the floor away, chin to chest. So you round the back. So inhale, lift. Yes. Exhale, push the floor away. 3 to 4 more. Again, creating space around the chest, the back of your heart. And then come back to center. What we're going to do, nothing fancy, we're going to step forward and come to a standing. Do you have stroll, please? So again, very simple, just another way to make your inhale longer. We're going to inhale, come on our tippy toes, and I mean, it's so simple, but it's actually not that simple. It's pretty, and lift your arms up. Yeah, I know, it looks simple. Try to keep your gaze very steady, and exhale, lower heels and arms by your side. So what we're going to do, we're going to make your inhale slowly longer. So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Make you inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you make it 6? Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhale for 4. Maybe 7. Inhale for 7. Lift. It's simple, but and then exhale for 4. Last one. Can you make it to 8? So you want to arrive at the end of your inhale, which is going to come all the way to 8. Lift your chest. And then exhale, release. So it's such a nice way to make breath deeper. It's actually invite movement with it. So we're going to do that again with warrior 1. So right foot forward, back foot back. And it doesn't matter if it's wide. Try to take your legs a little bit wider. Have your arms by your side. When you inhale, you're going to take the right knee above your ankle. So you don't want to be too close that your right knee is going to move forward. So a little bit of space, yeah. Hands by your side. Try to have your hips facing towards me. Now we're going to inhale, bend the right knee and take your arms up. So that's one round, all the way up. And then exhale, release, right leg straight. So now we're going to add counting. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 6. So keep going. Again, we're just moving and making our inhale longer. Exhale for 4. Try to keep the back heel to the floor. So it's really just bending the knee and lifting. 7. You arrive at 7, you lift your chest, exhale. And last one. If you're a bit out of balance, maybe take your right foot slightly to the right. And 8. And 4. So step the back foot forward and take the right foot back. So we're going to do the same on the other side. And try to have the left, so imagine you're on the tram track. Left foot on the left tram track, right foot on the other track. Yes. Left leg straight. Inhale, lift. And exhale, come back down. Now we're going to add the breath. Inhale for 4, bend your knee, lift your heart. Exhale for 4. Slowly lengthening the inhale for 5. So your gaze is super steady, you're focused just on your breath. Exhale for 4, especially your inhale. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 4. You know where we're going. 2 more. Inhale for 7. And then exhale for 4. And the last one. Inhale for 8. But again, if 8 feels too much, remember we don't want to force the breath. And all the way down. And step your right foot back, take a moment in between. So I was going to do this prana vayu again, but I feel like maybe it's getting too late to do this. So if you want to do this at home, but it's better to do it in the morning or during the afternoon, because otherwise you might get a little bit.
It's a good 3 o'clock thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock, tired. So do it off, at the office. Get everyone to do it. So what we're going to do, we're going to come back and lie down. Enough, don't too much. So lie down. Just take a moment to feel how you're feeling after doing a bit of breath. We're going to do Viloma. So you can do Viloma sitting down, but you can also do it lying down, which is really nice because your belly is a bit softer. You don't have to hold yourself. So there's a sense of being able to release a little bit more. So Viloma is the one where we break the inhale into 3 parts and we hold in between. And then we exhale. So have your legs straight. If your lower back is sore, let me know and I'm going to give you a bolster to place underneath your knees. Does anyone need a bolster? And you can have your arms by your side or you can have your hands on your belly, your choice. It's soft. And take a couple of breaths, just in and out through the nose. So remember, we're going to break the inhale into 3 equal thirds. Try not to use too much at the start, so you still have a little bit of breath at the end. So next time you inhale, inhale a little bit into the belly and hold. Inhale into the ribs, hold. And inhale all the way to your heart, collarbones lift, hold. And then exhale everything. Inhale into the belly, hold. Ribs, hold. Collarbones lift, hold. And then exhale. Keep going for 2 minutes. We're going to do that. So you have time to get into that rhythm, being able to know if you're taking too much, not enough, if you need to soften somewhere. Can you start paying attention to the pauses as well between each third? Those little moments of stillness. So there's no gripping, there's no tensing, there's a sense of effortlessness as you move breath from the belly towards the chest. Take another 3 rounds. Observe if you are slowly able to be more at ease with the pranayama, or maybe a sense of being able to take more breath in. And then on your last exhalation, just let it go, just release. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Observe how you're feeling. Get to do one more practice lying down. And then we come back to a sit and do a little bit more. So keep your breath nice and soft. Can you see if you can inhale for the count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold just for 3. And then exhale for 6. And hold at the end of your exhale for 3. And do that 2 more times on your own. And remember, I'm starting to add gentle pauses. But if it feels too much, if you're tensing up, just drop the pause, make them shorter, make your inhale or exhale shorter, but try to keep them equal. And if you feel like 6, 3, 6, 3 is far enough and you're already tensing a little bit, just stay with that for another 3 rounds. Or you can maybe make your exhale a little bit longer. So you inhale for 6. You pause for 3. And maybe you can make your exhalation 8. And perhaps you can pause at the end for 4. And then you inhale for 6 again, and do that twice more. Again, you have to be completely effortless. You have to trust that your body knows how to breathe, that you have potential to increase, potential to pause. But as we talked about last week, breath and mind being linked. If tonight you're busy, you've had a big stressful day, it's maybe very hard to make your breath soft and long. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that was a good stage and you want to stay here. There's one more stage if you want to try. The next stage is making our inhale all the way to 8 count. So take a bigger inhale. Again, no choking, tensing, gripping. Pause for 4. And see if you can exhale for 10. And just pause at the end for 2. And repeat twice more. Maybe it's this one, maybe it's the one before, maybe it was the one before that. At the end of your last cycle, just let your breath come back to its natural flow again. So we've got one more little practice before we end this session. Start to bring a little bit more breath into your heart. So feel like you're deepening. It's almost like your heart has got nostrils and it's your heart breathing. So you're inhaling through the heart and you're exhaling through the heart. And do that 3 more times. You really feel like you're drawing that energy into the chest. That life force. And then slowly you can move your fingers, move your toes. Take your time, no rush. Draw your knees towards your chest. You can come to one side. Take a moment on the side. There's no rush. Try to stay with that feeling you had at the end of your practice that we've just done and come back to a seat. You can leave your eyes closed, you can open your eyes. We're going to be here for another 3 to 4 minutes, not too long, but if you want to use the wall, use the wall. We're going to come back to what we did last week, pure breathing. So all we're doing, we're being aware of the breath. Trying to keep your inhale and exhale the same. Try to resolve any interruption in the flow of your breath. Try to bring your breath all the way to your belly. It's smooth, it's unbroken, it's silent. It's soft. And now can you bring your awareness to the tip of your nose? Just feel the awareness of breath as it enters your nostrils. Maybe the temperature or the feeling, maybe it's the smell, whatever. What can you feel? Can you just be aware of the breath as it leaves your nostrils? Just awareness of breath. Now we're going to bend our elbow. Take the thumb next to the right nostril, the ring finger next to the left nostril. Nadi Shodhana, but I'm going to add a layer to it. Take a deep inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through both. Block the right, inhale through the left nostril. Block the left, exhale through the right. Inhale right. Block the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Block left, exhale right. Inhale through the right. You don't have to follow my exact cueing. Exhale left. Now, as you inhale through the left, can you feel or sense a presence or light riding on the flow of your breath? And as you exhale through the right, can you feel a light or awareness, presence descending on the flow of your breath? Inhale, feel that light, that presence riding, ascending through the right nostril, and as you exhale, that presence, that light descends with the flow of breath through the left. Inhale through the left. Can you feel that presence moving all the way to the space between your eyebrows? And as you exhale, descends from the eyebrows all the way down through the right nostril. Inhale, presence, light ascends through the right, all the way to the space between your eyebrows. And exhale from that space between your eyebrow centers all the way down through the left. You're going to do that for 5 more rounds. Inhale through the left. Feel, sense prana riding all the way to that space between your eyebrows, and exhale, prana riding on the ascending exhale through the right. Keep going to your own. Your intention is to be aware of that which rides on the flow of breath. And moving all the way to the midbrain. Keep your breath nice and smooth, no rush, no tension. Now I might invite you to add a gentle pause at the end of your inhale while you hold your attention to the midbrain, to that space between your eyebrows. Just hold the breath there. Just feel a sense of pulsation there. And then you exhale through the opposite nostril. Only if it feels okay. If it's too much for tonight, just forget about the holding. Prana that which rides or precedes the breath. When prana enters the body, you inhale. When prana leaves, you exhale. Let's do one more round. So finish this one. There's no rush. You do one last one, and it will end with exhaling through the left nostril. Once you finish that one, you just let your hands rest on your knees. And try to keep your awareness to that space between your eyebrows, just for a minute. Then start to deepen your breath. And take your time to open your eyes and come back to the room. Well done, everyone. If you're watching later. Any questions? If you have any questions, you can ask next week. Next week, we're going to start working with a hold, like we did a bit today. But next week, we're going to talk about why and how, and add a little bit more, and another practice where I will use what we've used last week, this week, and next week. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Thank you. Stage Y. Hopefully, it worked this week. I have to go over there, so.